Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and tell a friend. On the docket today, we have 90 Day Fiancé UK Season 4, Episode 10. It's almost game over, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
This is, I don't know what to make of some of these people. I really don't. And I'm irritated with editing because I just kind of felt they did one person a little disservice. A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask. Now, everybody, go give us a thumbs up. If you're in the bushes, please give us a thumbs up. Okay, so which character do we want to start with?
Let's see. We have Abraham and what's the face? Zena. We
Mm-hmm.
have Annie and Ara. We have Alli and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other people? Oh, Marco and what's the face? Sarah.
Sarah, yeah.
Let's start with them. And
Okay,
here's,
hold on.
you
Let me.
know what? I have to say this. This
Mm-hmm.
episode and the last episode, independently, I'm like, okay, when I put them together and think about like what we know of them,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of Sarah. Here is why.
Mm-hmm.
You were very excited to accept this man's proposal like three some months ago, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you didn't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go see him in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and you make it a big deal that that he gets your father's approval. Okay, I understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you tell this man he wants to marry you right away. He's super excited. He wants to spend the rest of his life with you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you gonna sit in his face and tell him like, after conversation, mind you, after some more conversation, you tell this man like, oh, I wouldn't be upset if we pushed it back. And here's the way I take that when I put everything together. You had no problem accepting the proposal, but you dangled the marriage. You made the condition that I'm not gonna marry you until you do this. I didn't like that. I
But
did
she
not like.
told him that before.
But no, but it was a pre. But she did. But she held it over his head, basically telling him that if you don't do this, I'm not going to do this. And here's and the reason why I'm irritated with her is for a simple fact is you should never accept that man's proposal before he asked your daddy.
Yeah, yeah, I agree
That's
with
my
you on that.
that's
If
my that's the core issue for me.
Yeah, she didn't put down her conditions at the point of proposal, and she's she's a more mature person. She's not a little young thing who can get distracted when the proposal is made to say, "Oh my God, I forgot."
Yes.
She's a bit older, and if she knows that this is something that she will want because her dad is so close to her and because of her previous relationship situation,
Mm-hmm.
remember,
Yes.
and she knows that her dad is very protective of her, I'd have been like, you know what, you hold on to this until you ask dad.
Eh, Thank you.
I
Thank
agree
you.
with you on that. I agree with you on that.
And then
um
let's get to this what she calls a pizza.
okay.
Okay. Now, here's the thing with this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about you in this
Mm-hmm.
episode, and I accuse you of being bougie, right?
Uh-huh.
There's certain things where bouginess must take over. And I say that because this man is from Italy.
Yeah.
How you gonna give this man like a potpourri pizza? You got a third of it is Hawaiian, a third of it is like barbecue chicken, a third of it is ground beef. When he
Mm-hmm.
said it looked like moose poo, I'm like, okay, you know what? And I kept looking at her like, why would you do that to him? And did you see the way he recoiled?
Yes, he was like he almost fell out of that chair. He was just pushing back.
He
Can
was
you
so
imagine the
offended.
smell of this though? Oh,
No, like he was literally offended. I
Mhm.
was like, and here's my whole thing with her. Again, she pissed me off this episode because she kept trying to force him to eat that pizza, just like
Mhm.
he was offended, right? But
Mhm.
she didn't like it when he told her, "I'm offended by you putting coffee in the espresso." She's,
Mhm.
but that pizza, like okay, you're in London, a melting pot,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You're not gonna tell me you couldn't have found an authentic Italian restaurant to get an
Yeah.
authentic Italian pizza. Because I was looking at him like, and I was being bougie here. Y'all, this is one of the I am bougie about food to a degree. I was in that at that crust. That crust didn't look cooked properly. I'm sorry.
It's too thick.
It's not too. It's not like too thick. It just don't look done. And
No, I don't like that much bread on my pizza. I like a thin style. And she should have got him the just the oh my god. It was just in my head. Like it's just sauce,
mhm,
cheese, and
yes,
basil.
yes.
Fresh basil on top. Margarita. She should have gotten
A
him a
little
pizza
margarita pizza.
margarita.
Yep, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Why did she serve him that trash can of a pizza? Ryan, hello, welcome. I don't know.
But did you see
Mm.
like how he was offended about the
Yes,
pineapple?
yes. What did he say? It was disgusting.
Yes.
But who puts hamburger on they? Oh my god! She could have at least got sausage.
Not even that. It's just the fact that you like. I really felt like she did this on purpose. I'm like,
Yeah, you
you're
saw
not
her
gonna tell
face.
me. You're not gonna tell me you don't know any Italian restaurant. You knew he was gonna be offended by that pizza. Come on now.
But she knows what he eats over there. If you wanted him to try all of this, I would, instead of wasting my money, I hope this was production money. I would have said, do you want to try some of the things that we put on pizza over here in the United Kingdom? Don't try to make him think that this is Italian pizza. Mm-mm. He was so disgusted. Yet pickles and pineapples have no place on a pizza. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I have had Hawaiian. I do get in a mood for that. And I adopted that from back home. I adopted that from back home. Um, but I don't know. You can explore with your pizza, but I would never ever serve this to a person from
No.
Rome.
Mm-mm.
Then she joked she'd make him a carbonara with cream and mushrooms, which is yes, like she know exactly how to insult this man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, my love pizza margarita. Named after Queen Margarita. Okay, so I mean, he has the talk with her dad. I thought it went sort of decent.
Yeah, but like I mean, he was okay until the dad asked him like, well, did you speak to Sir already about this, or
Mm-hmm.
are you just asking us first? And he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, what happened was, I had already asked her real quick, and she said, yeah, but she won't be coming to ask you to. That's pretty much what it was.
Does the dad know him well enough to say yes that he won't be like the last boyfriend?
I don't think so.
I don't either. But they left us on a cliffhanger with that. Quite honestly, with this couple, I don't care.
Same.
Yeah. So this is as good as you're going to get from us. Is there anything else we need to cover with them?
No, the pizza was the biggest talking point of their segment, which is really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're still deciding where they're going to live,
Right.
right? But I
Hmm.
guess that's going to be decided after dad's decision. So, oh my God. Who do we want to talk about next?
Do you want to do? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Do you want to do the Gambia?
Who?
Ibrahim, Ibrahim and Zena.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Now I will say this: her dress did look nice. It was real cute. And did you see it? Did you see he broke out the good cocoa butter? He and like his shirt was really nice. He had his like his
Mhm.
best pants on, like nice shoes, like cocoa
Mhm.
buttered up and ready. I'm like, oh, you serious? You will be putting on all the stops, and Zena's having her, her like lingering thoughts, fair, really fair,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
then we find out like she was diagnosed with breast cancer, I guess earlier in the year or something.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting here looking like this, like, well, my thing is, why didn't we know this sooner? Why are we finding this out now? I don't like that when you paint a character in a certain way, but then you try to stick in a tender moment to make them
Oh
more
my God.
likable. I don't like that. I absolutely hate that. But
Cancer isn't a complete afterthought to her. We all know why Xena is over in the Gambia.
yes, we know that. But I'm just saying, I wish we had known this sooner.
I don't. It was
I do.
irrelevant to me. It was
Be-
irrelevant to me because I see her for what she is.
But, but it kind of makes me not want to be as harsh on her. If I had known sooner, but we know now because like oh, I like having fairy tales sometimes. Like, oh, she's just a grandma living her best life. She has a new lease on life, blah, 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 blah. And now, like, you throwing cancer at the end, it's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's a different thing. It's a different thing. We know too much about you right now. We've already seen you and your quote unquote friend who travels to the Gambia 4 or 5 times, So I already have my opinion of you. I'm glad you're in recovery, but it doesn't change anything.
Yeah, but then I don't want to be bringing that up if she told us about her health scare at the beginning. I don't want to be giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm glad she showed her ass from the beginning.
True.
And he had to use the good cocoa butter or shea butter or whatever it was that she was
Yes.
using because that man works. Have you seen his feet and his hands?
Mm-hmm.
That man works.
But he is
Manual
on.
labor.
But I was like, oh, okay. He going in for the kill. That's what I said at the end.
Oh, and I have to show y'all something. Okay. So you see, they had two species of monkeys there. And I thought this was so amazing because we have in Barbados and in St. Kitts that I've seen, we have something called a green monkey. And this was one of the species of monkeys that they had. I thought this was so cute. So our little monkeys have like relations in Africa. It's like what is it? Diaspora of
Diaspora. Yeah, diaspora.
diaspora of the animal world. But these look just like our green monkeys. I don't know where them other orange ones came from, but them orange ones look mean.
Stephanie. Stephanie says, kind of me. He took her to see wildlife that she was scared of.
Wait, wait. He took her to see wild, but he said she got to get used to it. But I don't know why, because didn't he say he wanted to get married in the UK?
That's next episode. Yes.
I love him. I love him. I love him, and I feel like he has more than one wife already.
But here's the thing, though. Okay, I'm glad you
Hi,
said it. I'm
Steph.
glad you said it. Because now that lets me off the hook. Because when he asked her to marry him, the first thought I had in my head, like, okay, so what wife number is she? Is she number 2, number 3? Because that's how I took it.
It's just the way how he has that little smirk when he was proposing. If I wasn't so tired last night, because I would tell Jamal, I went home this weekend, Thursday night. I took the night flight back home, and I got
Hmm.
back yesterday afternoon. And so when I hit you up, I had not too long ago walked inside my house, and I was just like,
Oh,
let me get this shit started.
Oh
because
no!
I was fading fast.
I can only imagine.
Yep, but I had a good weekend. Family and friends. It was really nice to go home for a few days. But yeah, I was looking at this because I had watched the episode the day before, and so I was looking at this going, oh my god, he's my favorite character this season. I hope we see him on the tell all. I hope he outsmarts her.
Stephanie, I did not think about that. He wants wives in different countries so he can vacation.
Child. It's not just vacationing though. It's
No,
collecting money. But
exactly.
once he gets married though, it's going to be difficult for him to pop out
True.
because remember, if they're on that and he wants to get married over there, so he wants a K1 visa, not even a spousal visa. He want her to spend that money. I don't know. This is stupid. She thinks that she's outsmarting him, but I think, but did you notice how much she flip-flopped though? Did you notice how much she flip-flopped? She
Well, yeah.
said
Every time she
after
would
she
say,
told her sob story, she was like, she, she's fully in love with him. Sob story, monkey reserve, and she's fully in love with him. And then when it came time to the day for the beach walk, she's like, I still have my doubts. Zena, I'm gonna need you to stop lying. I'm gonna need you to stop lying. I don't understand how she went from fully in love with him again. Okay, so wait. The problems they've had over the past few days, they're out of her head because she's back in love with him again. Okay, so then we go to the proposal and she says um she's not 100% if he's in love with her or he's using her. And he pulls out the ring and proposes. How can you be fully in love with him but yet you're not 100% sure if this man is using you? Make it make
exactly.
sense. And whatever the granddaughter's name, Tippy or Whippy or whatever her name is, leave your grandmother over there in the Gambia. She is no better than the monkeys she's trying to feed. That's my opinion on her. Who's next?
Sam and Allie.
Okay. Oh my god, these two. I I hated her again this episode.
You always hate her.
She makes it so easy though. She makes it so easy. I don't understand what she's doing. I I am full on team Ali with this because Sam is not making any fucking sense. She isn't. Why like oh my god. How is it they they where was it? They was at dinner when they discussed how much he makes for his salary, which is about £600. So she would have to give up her very good job in England to
Mm-hmm.
go there and find a job if she can. She doesn't know the language. And she can't even say that she would work in a hotel because she is not hospitable. She has no manners.
Mm.
So she's coming there to attempt to find a job, which we know is a lie because she want to come there, sit up in the house and eat food all day
And yell at
while
Allie.
he go out and work. And then they go and do the house hunting special, and she's calling the accommodations basic. The only problem I saw with that apartment was that she was going to break it. That was the only problem there, because I want to see where you live at up in England, and let me see what you're judging it on.
All right, I think she works for the government actually.
Yeah, she got a good government job, which made me believe that this is fake.
Yeah. See, when you said that, right, I had to agree with you And when I put everything together, and you said this a long time ago, and I was like, maybe not. But then I said, wait a minute, why would she leave? I'm like, she's living pretty nicely, and she has a good government job. Who's gonna give that up?
Mm-hmm.
And then my thing, I shifted to like, well, if you're working over all this, if you're working over with all this overtime, and you said this too, though, because
Mm-hmm.
you like if you're working all this good overtime plus the TLC checks,
Mm-hmm.
why isn't he here? And then this is my working theory, tinfoil hat time. My theory is he don't live there. My theory is he's already in England. They just
I
doing this for
think
filming.
I think now he is. Um Again, you got to be careful because he can't go out for prolonged periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I think she's kept him over there because remember last season she wanted him to pay for all his fees.
She
Remember?
did. She did. She said, The deal is that I'll pay for everything. You'll pay me back." Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what that was.
Yep.
That was the deal.
Hey Kelly. Oh my
Kelly.
God, Kelly. I started a new series. Bon appetit, Your Majesty. What I oh my God, I love it. Anyway, I digress. Get back to this. Allie took her to that apartment with no toilet on
Sure did.
purpose. How? Oh my God. A hole in the floor? And she was like, how am I supposed to use that? And then I thought of her squatting. I lost my appetite and my will to stay awake. Oh my God. Can you imagine her taking a shit over that hole in the floor and
No.
missing? Oh my God. Ali is the best. He is the best. I hope he gets over to England. I hope that he finds happiness. Um, I'm not saying with who, but I hope he finds happiness and I hope he finds a way to escape. And if she let Ali work, he could have had that visa money. Yes. Yeah, but he is doing something
Mm-hmm.
because he said he makes £600 a month. Um, I will because oh Lord, yeah, they only released 2 episodes on the weekend, which kind of sucks. But I'll let you know when it's done. I know they have toilets like that in public, but I didn't think they'd be in people's more modern apartments. I don't know. Maybe they're just used to that. As a female, I couldn't do that. And I wonder why they were just so close, tight up on just the hole in the floor. They have to have a bidet in that bathroom because nobody's standing up and taking a shit. And nobody's squatting and taking, even though it's the best position to push out poop, nobody's doing that. I know I'm not. I'll be the first one to tell y'all if I drop down to take a shit over that hole, I'm not getting back up without assistance. That is like, uh-uh. They had to have had a bidet because remember, what's his name? Um, Sarper. Sarper does the bidets, and where's he at? Turkey. They wasn't showing us that full toilet.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't showing us that full toilet. I'm sorry. And that apartment was semi decent. It wasn't basic. The only problem was that bed. They was gonna have to give a security deposit for that. Hold on. They're not easy to use. I used them in China and had a campsite. And, oh my God. Only for number one that okay. Yeah, but I could like I would have to get one of those female urination cups that have the spout so
Mm-hmm.
I can reasonably aim while standing up. I can't drop it down to use that hole. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't be happening for me. Mm-mm. But again, God bless Allie for putting up with this swamp monster. I said it. I said it. I don't particularly like her. Um, and are we done with them?
Yes.
Okay, so who's next?
Last but not least, Andy and Ara.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one up first. But I have a question for you. Hold on. Let me just change this and be very nice. Oops. Oh, sorry. Hold on. This was the best picture that I could get. And I thought it was romantical. Isn't this pretty?
It really is. It was a cute wedding. Ara was so kind. She was able to get his parents to come over
Mm-hmm.
magically. Magically, he
Mm-hmm.
was able to get out of his doctor's appointment, and magically his mom was able to travel. I'm like, okay, but for storyline. But they made
Mm-hmm.
it. Andy was happy. He was surprised. They
Mm-hmm.
exchanged. They exchanged vows. It was really really cute. But before,
Mm-hmm.
but before that, the mom like stormed off. She came back, and they talked about it, like, and she relented, and she
Mm-hmm.
understood, like, there's no way they could live in the UK. Like, I mean, in the Philippines, there's no way. With his condition, absolutely not. So, she's like, you just promised, and he promised them, like, we'll come back and stay with you, at least once a year, and she was fine with that.
Hey, Rodney. I hope the job is in gaming too. Lord, you were in your 20s? Oh my gosh. It was really sweet his parents were there. Yeah, but again, it proved that this storyline is fake. But this is what I want to know. This was my great takeaway from this episode. Who the fuck did this to Andy? Who did this to Andy?
You're not
What
talking
is
about
happening?
you're not talking about his suit, are you?
Yes, I am.
Um, yeah, it was unfortunate.
How everybody else looks semi decent except him.
Yeah.
And this is basic. Like, who shortened the arms that short? Unless they bought him a child's suit. This is the only thing that I could assume. And why didn't you bring your suit from England? Like Savile Row? Hello? How they let him
Right.
come on the People TV like this?
Yeah.
This is an abomination. You cannot go around doing this to characters that I sort of like. And her outfit was so pretty.
She looked great in her dressing veil. I was like, how you had her looking phenomenal and him looking like that.
For the first time this whole series, she actually looked like a woman.
Okay,
Said it.
is it bad that the fact that how he looks now is better than what he with that jacket? Why even have the
Yes.
jacket on? He could just got married without the jacket and been okay,
Yeah.
and we would have never known the sleeves were that short.
This was just crazy. But mazel tov to them. This was just a fake storyline. And it felt that way before we found out the truth that they were already married. She looked very pretty. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
But you even said it was a reenactment, and it felt like a reenactment.
Oh my God. Ryan said that it must have been a rental for a child. Wow.
Right.
Why did they put him in maroon? Oh my God. Another thing, like, I don't know. It was sweet that his parents were there. It was. Because when he said that he didn't have anybody there, his parents or his brother, I was like, damn. Mm. But then I saw that suit and I was like, no wonder they ain't come. Wait, what? Yes, they were already married. This was a reenactment, Ryan. This was you know 90 Day is famous for this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So this was all a reenactment. They were already married before filming started. And that's why I do not understand this child's suit that he had on. What happened to the suit that he got married in originally? You came from England. You planned this months out. Like you should have ordered a suit, bruh. What, I don't know. Maybe he needed money to get her spousal visa to come over. I don't know. But then again, he's a man that owns a business and has podcasts and is well to do. You know, he's done well for himself. I don't understand why he would expose himself on this show like that. You know, my feelings about people who have means coming onto this show. Um, hey, Wendy, didn't realize y'all were going live. Had a call. Oh, that's okay. You got to take care of your business.
Exactly.
There's always replay. Anything else with them?
Not really. They wrapped them up real quick and easy. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
like they're like that feel good story. They're already married. Still a feel good story. But so these kind of people, like, I'm glad. I hope their story's tied up and done. Because I really have no interest in them unless she comes up pregnant. Then that would be a storyline. But outside of that, I got nothing.
Well, Ryan made a very good point. The episodes are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Because last week, the episode was 45 ish minutes. And this week, it was just over a half hour. They have no content. They have no content. If you see one of the couples force feeding pizza, they have no content.
Exactly.
Anyway, I think we've gotten all of the couples, right?
Yes, we did.
All right, y'all. That is our show for today. Hi, avoiding eye contact. Hello, everybody in the chat. We really appreciate you joining us today. Tonight we have Whitney. It's her season finale.
Thank goodness.
Oh
Oof.
my God. I was looking on the Reduts to see what they were saying about her supposed move to
Did you see it? Did you see the comment when someone said, "Oh, it's a fake moving company"? I screamed. I
but she
screamed.
ain't really had nothing to move. You're
I
moving
hollered.
into a fully furnished apartment. What are you moving, idiot? And then somebody said in the redut that I was in, how come the apartment's back on the market? Oh my God, they just do not like her. They
Oh,
do not like her.
they tear her up every season.
Oh my Lord. But yeah, we're gonna try to get her sorted out tomorrow. So come and join us for the season finale of Trash Box Central, My Big Fat Fabulous Life.
Yeah, y'all, if y'all on the Reddit, y'all need to subscribe to the Reddit. When it popped up and said the movie company was fake, I was like, what? I was like, I'm not surprised, but like, really?
That went around the corner and then reversed back
Thank you,
and dropped off all them empty boxes that they put in the back of that van.
thank you.
I oh, y'all made us watch this again this season and it's horrible.
The last season we had to watch for Babs, though. We did.
Yeah.
We had to watch only for Babs, though.
And then the following season was the Glenn escape plan, which never
Yes.
happened. And I
I just
blame you for that because you
well,
never wrote production for the Family Dolphin.
gosh, but I had hopes when you said Glenn was dating. I'm like, okay, we gonna see these spoiled the girls. Gave us nothing.
Wait, when is Glenn gonna have his fall? Wait, he falls?
He thought, that's what it seemed like he falls. It should be tonight.
Shut up. That'll be why she has to come back to Greensboro. So where the fuck is the butler? Where's Todd? So first he kills off Henchy, and now he trying to take out Glenn. That is Whitney paying Todd to be her assassin so she could cash out on the insurance.
Crazy.
But wouldn't it be funny if she would get brought up on charges eventually?
So stupid. You are so dumb. I can't stand you.
We know that this woman is she did not want to share with the family dolphin. I don't know.
And
I
we
don't
know
know.
that. I'm saying like we didn't see that dead girlfriend. Not one. I'm like, what?
I saw all I needed to see. He got a girlfriend because every time he left that house, he had a little not a knapsack, a tote bag, like he was going to spend the night somewhere. And he got his brute 45 inside that bag. Mm. Who's the family? Oh, Angie and her clan. Remember, it was down on Dolphin Island, and Jamal nicknamed them the Family Dolphin.
Yep. That'd been a great show.
You never wrote to the producers about it. You should have done it.
And how are we gonna miss? Okay, never mind. You gonna say because it's Whitney's show and she's selfish. Because I'm sitting here looking like how we missed out on the birth of was it Jamie's child? How come we didn't see
Mm-hmm.
that?
Because Jamie got sense and didn't want TLC cameras up in her crutch while she's like skin out and pushing out a baby. She's smart.
Wait a minute. What's a lavender marriage?
When one of the parties is LGBTQYABCD plus all of that, and the other one isn't, and it's a beard. When you have a beard.
Right, hold on. See what? Why are we like no?
Wait, who said lavender? Did you
Ryan.
see? Oh yes, yes. She sent me that yesterday. And it's not the one from the previous season. It's like a whole new girl, isn't it, Ryan? Got wedding pictures and everything. And the girl that he married strikes me like his mother because she's, full chested and looks like she'll mature into his mother. So he married his mom.
Hold.
Oh, wait. Let me see if I can send it to you.
What?
Ryan is thinking for me right now. Thank you, Ryan. Hold on. Let me send it to you. Lord. And Karen, good old Karen got out of prison today. Oh, here it go. Jamal. Open up your Instagrams.
And they have the cameras roll too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Tell me this girl don't remind you of his mama. And his bride looks like Karen. She does. Ryan
okay. Hold
thinks
on.
that
They don't
the
go
bride
together.
looks like Hunter, and that's because she's his mom. But Karen, Ryan thinks that she looks like Karen Hunter's fiance. Another
She,
lavender marriage.
she and that's just ridiculous. Like, what are we
What's
doing here?
ridiculous?
They are ridiculous. Like, who's buying this? Who's
TLC.
buying this?
This is another one of his mother's brilliant ideas.
I wonder how much she got paid. And how I want to see the marriage contract.
Child, I want to know if they're living in that garage house. Around the mouth, they look alike.
I want to see the marriage
I want
contract on
proof that
this.
they consummated the marriage. I want proof that they consummated it. Mm-mm-mm.
That's a shame. That Matt, we was rooting for you, kinda. Yes, Ryan, I do think they're living on the couple.
Of course she is, because
She's under
Kelly want to
contract.
peep. Kelly want to make sure that he's keeping this one, and she want to keep this girl under her thumb.
That's a shame.
He was supposed to be buying a house
He's not buying a
on.
house. His
No,
mama won't let him.
no, no, not when he got that house there, because he's cheap too. He's staying right there in the garage, the converted garage. Anywho, y'all, let's skedaddle, and we will meet up here again tomorrow to talk about the season finale for My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Let's hope that it's better than the rest of this season was. Jamal, any final thoughts?
Nope, we're good to go.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks to our new subscribers. Welcome to the tribe. And until next time.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.